Half-Assed Daily Decembear. Hey, I'm Tommy, and this is Half-Assed Daily Decembear, and my guest today is Michael Varvel, and he is a lot of things, I guess. So I found him as a moderator for the Facebook Bears group on Facebook, and I'll let him tell you a little bit more about his admin duties.
Hey, hello. How do I know is the camera on me when I speak? Is that how it works?
Yes, it automatically switches.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm Mike Varvel. I live in Gainesville, Florida, and I have become sort of a, let's see, we need another admin, let's pick Mike, type thing. So I was made an admin on Facebook Bears, and my duties have been very small because they seem to be doing a great job without me, but if they need me, I'm sure they'll just say, hey, we need you to bounce a troll. But I've been admin on many sites. I have one parody site of my own, re-elect Rick Scott, governor of Florida for 2014. Please check it out. It's hilarious. Even though the elections are over, it's still funny. The picture of him in front of the garbage dump is priceless. But I also am a member of the Rise Hillary Rise and Hillary Clinton Super Volunteers from 2008. Me and my group of online guys and ladies raised a lot of money for her during her campaign to seek the nomination in 2008, and we are gearing up for 2016. I know it just seems like we got over an election, but that's just how the 24-hour-a-day news world operates. And we have a closed group of people who are pro-Hillary, and we sometimes will get invaded, and my job, one of them, is to bounce trolls, and I usually send them back to the site they came from. So that's basically what it is. It's a site of a lot of insiders with their 2008 campaign, state organizers from different states, and there's a lot of Hillary Clinton contact there. We are in contact constantly with the folks on Correct the Record and Ready for Hillary, to be two of them. We have I can't think of anything else to say except that we have a lot of Hillary content. A lot of our content is also to do with folks that are anti-Hillary. Our goal is to create a group of about 2,000 or 3,000 people who are opposition prep. They are going to be specifically designed to deal with being the bad guy. If we have to, if somebody says this, we will have a response for it because we are practicing being that bad guy right now. It's part of our job.
Okay, well, that sounds really good.
So
you're really expecting Hillary to run in 2016?
She hasn't made a decision. I honestly believe she hasn't, but here's the conventional wisdom behind that. If she doesn't run, she's got to make sure that whoever is going to run has plenty of time to build the infrastructure up, and that takes to run a national campaign. And the time for saying no has practically passed. So our belief is that she is running, but there are things she has to get in place, and we're expecting an announcement probably in the spring. But our sweet spot is January 20th, which will be the inauguration day, and the end of March. There are a whole bunch of days in there. There's also the women's month is in there, so she's going to be. So any of those time, that's the sweet spot for her. We expect when she does announce that there will be a lot more. Already she's getting endorsements, and she's not even a candidate now. And we are prepared for a primary challenge. We do not believe that she should be, anointed. She's going to probably have a primary challenge. Even if the primary challenge is not a big one, it's important because that's where candidates hone their skill. Especially for debating, because they will go up against a Republican, and that debating period from the end of the Republican and Democratic conventions until Election Day is only a couple of months, and a lot happens during that time. I'm saving up leave time because I'm going to try and join the campaign for that last month. That's my goal.
Wow. There you go.
Now about sexy bear stuff.
Yeah, let's talk about bears a little bit. So what has been your other involvement with bears?
Well, We have a Gator Bear group here. I've helped them on occasion with some of their events. They do Bears on the River here. It's moving to the end of July, which is going to be around my birthday, which will make it kind of a nice birthday present to go. They're a great group of guys. I was a big event goer. I go every year to Tidal Wave, which is a huge event during Gay Days, and it's at the water park. Some of my friends actually put it on. I enjoy it. It's a great event. If you want to go to a bear event that also has other things going on that may not be it won't be all bears all the time. The hotel is right on the Disney property. It's right down from downtown Disney. There's shuttle service to the parks, and it's a great event. The Friday night is, of course, the crowning jewel of the event, and that's the water park, Wet and Wild, where all the bears go in there, and it's just bears at this giant park, and it's quite fun.
Wow. Yeah, but we went to, my partner and I went to Gay Days like 10 years ago, and there was nothing particularly for bears then.
Yeah, this is going to be their 9th year, I believe. David Beal is one of the people that I know personally that's with the group that puts it out, and his partner, Eric Anderson. Okay. And if you have any questions, Tidal Wave Bears on Facebook is available to you. It's a great group of guys, and I always have a great time there. Me and my roommate do.
Okay.
And they're hot.
Yeah.
Bears there are hot. I mean, bears in swimming wear, mostly naked. So
I did see some pictures this summer when that was going on. So that was the first I'd heard of it.
It's a fairly event. I think there was over 1,000, between 1,000 and 1,500. And if I'm lowballing the number, I'm sorry, David, because there were a lot of them. And the time you see them all is at noon the very next day, because that's when all the bears go through the Country Bear Jamboree.
Oh, right. And yeah, we tried to do that. That was the only thing that was organized, in 2004.
Yeah. And it was like, I think the theater says 500 to 700, but obviously that's not bears. So it takes about an hour and a half for all of us to get through there. I usually, on Saturday, I am at the place an hour early, just so I can get in first. Because by the end of it, that room that you stay in before the pre-show, it's just so hot.
Yeah.
I want to be the first one in there while the air conditioner hasn't been overwhelmed by hot, sweaty bears.
There you go. That's right. So did you get to meet Aaron from Men of the Den at?
Oh yes, I was gonna say Men of the Den. Yes, I actually met Aaron before that. I met Aaron at a pool party at a friend of ours, Javi and Cliffs in Orlando. And I met him and his friend Lee. Lee's from Scotland, and I want you to know I watch House Hunters a lot. And whenever they're in Scotland and they have to call a repairman or somebody to inspect the house they're looking at, he comes with subtitles. Lee did not come with subtitles. Scots people sometimes need subtitles, especially for us folks in the South, because I'm sure they need subtitles for us, but sometimes they need some. Actually, Lee is easy to understand. He's coming back this year. I'm so excited. We missed him when he was down here the last time. I had car problems, but we missed him. He was down here just a month ago with his mom, and he's just a great guy. He loves Stitch. I've got him some Stitch presents from the Food and Wine Festival that he'll like when he gets here. So that's kind of cool. They're just all-around great guys. All of the guys from the Den have been all-around great guys. Will is hilariously funny, and I like Will because he's into sports and I am. I'm really big with the going to the gay softball. I have friends who are in the league in Tampa, which is my closest location, and we'll go down there once or twice a month during the various seasons to watch the games. And our team that we support, the St. Pete Pride Ducks, they got the bronze medal at the gay games in Ohio this year. So that was very neat.
So I got to meet Eric from Men of the Den.
I want to meet him. He's so funny.
He was. He brought a card game over to play, and we recorded that for my channel. So you can see that on my channel. But he was very well spoken, and the game that he brought was a lot of fun.
Hmm.
So we had a really good time just spending the evening
Was
with
it
him.
was it Cards Against Humanity?
No, it's called Men and Martinis.
Oh,
It was like a matchmaking game.
oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. E- Eric's the librarian, and so
Yes.
and I like smart people and artists. My partner of 9 years was a concert trained cellist and was the music librarian for the local public radio. So I have a thing. I have no talent myself in that area. I can't carry a tune in the bucket.
Right. Me neither.
I have tried to play the guitar, and it sounded like an animal dying. When I sing at church, the priest would tell me, because Douglas was the cantor, would tell me to hum, because I would literally carry him off key. I was that bad. He could
Oh
pick
no,
my
no.
voice out of the million voices down below and right off key. So he would say, I'm about to give my sermon about everybody should add volume. You are to hum. So, so I have no talent, but I like to surround myself with talent. I have a saying that was first coined by Alma Werfel-Marler, who is a Viennese socialite who married. Her saying was, marry often but only to interesting men, and I think
Oh.
it's something everybody should live by. Well,
Okay. So who else have you met from Men of the Den?
I have met only Aaron, but I'm hoping to meet Spencer. He is coming this way, and Spencer is he's the Australian bear.
Right.
He is a huge Star Wars fan, and they just closed at Hollywood Studios in Disney, the back lot. And rumor has it, because they just acquired the Star Wars franchise, Disney
Right.
did. But
They've
that is
had Star Tours all this time, but that's it.
Yeah, but that's it. But they're repurposing that area as a Star Wars themed subsection of the park, kind of like they did with the Pixar section when they bought Pixar.
Right.
So I'm excited about that. Um, it's great. You can ride Star Tours about 10, 12 times, and it's never the same show. So I promised him we would have a day dedicated to Star Tours for him, so he could at least get 10 or 15 different shows. So.
Okay.
Yeah, but yes, he does. He does love Star Wars.
Yes.
And what I would like to meet is Evan, who is on periodically on Mondays.
Yes, he's been very irregular lately.
I know. I feel bad because I really think he's funny. He puts on a good show whenever he does one, and I wish he'd be there all the time. I like him. I like Greg. I call Greg the guy who, when he started out, he had lots of technical issues. No more. He's got a very good, tight show. I just wish I could get more of them. Everybody else is telling them they want shorter segments. I think their segment should be 10 minutes. Now, I get that because me and my roommate Dustin, we used to have a show called Bears on the Coast. We've taken it all down and we're re-editing them, and we will put the old things eventually back up at some time. But it ran for about 3 years. The first 3 years he was here, and it basically was us and everything we did. You'll see lots of softball in it, lots of going to Disney, lots of our friends, lots of porn stars.
And so this was video?
This was video. Yeah, it was on YouTube.
Okay, very cool.
Under Cornelius Rose. So that's Cornelius Rose 25 on YouTube. He still has some of his videos up.
Okay.
A lot of our content was taken down because we needed to because they were very long segments, and we were going to break them down into shorter segments because it was supposed to be like an hour show, and it would cover a whole weekend event, and trying to fit it all into an hour, a lot of stuff got lost. But we also went to the Bear Soup event, which is the Big Bear event, and we go there every year too. It's sort of our warm-up for Tidal Wave. It's in St. Petersburg at the Flamingo. It's a great event. It mostly gets folks from around Florida. So if you're in the Florida area and you want to go to St. Pete in the middle of May before the weather gets really hot here, that's a good event to go to. The Flamingo does a wonderful job there. Those people are my heroes at the Flamingo, I'll tell you that. And just a plug for a gay establishment. So.
Okay. I hadn't heard of that, the Bear Soup one. So,
yeah.
Okay. That's in May. Okay.
Right.
It's in the middle of May. It's not. It's
like in the middle of May. It's a long weekend. This year, Dustin's going to be doing the AIDS Walk in New York with Candy Samples, the Bear drag queen.
Oh yes.
And he and Candy had hit it off. Dustin's from New York, Long Island, but He really is a New Yorker. He goes home all the time, and he's going home for a whole month to do that. He's going to be up at Easton Mountain with Freddie Freeman. They're going to be doing some music projects together. Freddie Freeman was Bearapalooza. We did a concert at oh gosh, where was it? It's in Unadilla, Georgia. Not Roy's. Oz Campground. I had to think about it.
Oh, right.
And we had a great time there. They had about 7 or 8 performers: Max Christopher, Kendall Kelly, Freddie and Jay Freeman. Oh my gosh, and I forget. I feel bad because there were lots of them. They were all like Sean Kagalis. And then my favorite one, the guy who does the country songs, all of these country songs. God, I'm trying to think of what his name is. Don Harvey. I got it. Don Harvey.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
They were all.
I was thinking of Elijah Black.
No, he's not with that group anymore. Right. He's kind of outgrown them. He's pretty big. But he's a great performer. I've actually seen him perform at the Sawmill with Bearapalooza a few years ago.
Okay.
So we had also debuted when Dustin was last in New York. They had their 10-year anniversary, and Dustin debuted as a performer with Bearapalooza, and he also did the editing and production for the Bearapalooza film, showing the history of the music festival over the 10 years it ran.
Oh wow!
So it was kind of neat to watch that, and they showed that whenever they all get together, they show that as part of the program.
Okay. Well, anything else you want to share with my little audience?
No, I just, check us out. When we're going to be back on the air, we're starting a project called A Non-Gamer Plays, and that's me.
Yes.
You go to his site and you see video of me screaming and yelling because I'm being killed by zombies. Five Nights at Freddy's is one of the games I'm going to play, or there's a whole bunch of them. But anyway, if you see any of those, that's our new project we're going to do. So that's about it.
Well, thanks for joining me today. And if you've been watching, hit the like button. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. And until tomorrow, we'll have another Daily Decembear.